Well, good morning, everyone. I'm excited to bring to you the final episode of season 2 of Fitness Fridays. I'm Dr. Johnny, as always. And as always, with this, I wanted to go through everything that we've gone through in the past 10 weeks. I mean, think about it. 10 weeks just went by like that. And summer's coming to an end here. And I just want to review everything that we've learned through this past summer, because when it comes to our exercise and our health, I am honored to be a resource for you. And so let's dive into what we went through this past season. And the first one that we did was upper cross syndrome, and everyone that has really forward head posture. And when we worked through this, one of my favorite ones was doing this band chin tuck, right? And I want to remind you guys, just do 10 of them right now if you can, where if you can either use a band or not, but we're here and we're tucking our chin 10 times. And this was such an interesting one because as you do this, you can feel those deep neck flexors in the back of your spine. And it's so important when you look at better posture. And it's something as easy as that you can do every day, 10 times in the morning, 10 times at night. You can help work on your posture. And then the next thing that we looked at was for episode 2 was the golf one. And when we looked at golf, it was some of my favorite stretches that we worked on. Oh, I loved my golf club because when we can use something like this to help do dynamic warm-ups, like the upper hip flexors when we're here, opening up our chest wall, even just swinging and working on rotation, you can see how your posture can get so much better with the simple golf swing technique and using proper stretching to get you through that day. And then after that, what we looked at was episode 3, Beat the Heat. This was such a good one because I wanted to show you a dynamic 5-minute exercise. You could stretch and then you can do a certain warm-up. You can then do stretching with your neck and then do a certain pull or row exercise. I mean, this was probably one of my favorite episodes because of the amount of information that I could give to you in just short 5 minutes. And then after that, we rolled right into a really powerful episode, which was working on your hip immobilities and your hip imbalances. Because if you have imbalanced hips, how's that going to affect your core? How's that going to affect the rest of your gait? How's that going to affect so much that you could do? This was a really strong episode because of the information that could help you work on your health. Then after that, for week 5 and episode 5, this was one to calm down and go into something called different amazing benefits of yoga. I know for me, one of my favorite ones was just being able to work on your breathing, work on that cobra pose, work on those cat camels that we did. And that's a simple 5-minute episode too that took you through some of the best child poses or the best yoga poses that I use for my health each and every day. And so then after that, we had another good golf episode, and that was John Rahm. Interesting enough about John Rahm, he won the U.S. Open. He got disqualified for COVID, and then once again, he got disqualified for COVID and not being able to go to the Olympics. And his health and his wellness is the biggest thing that has been able to influence me because, let's be honest here, he is such a renowned golfer in the golf industry. And so if you look up some of his stories when it comes to the battles that he's had to have with the pandemic, just like all of us have had, this is something that we have to deal with every single day. But how can we use exercise, lifestyle, chiropractic to make sure we have a stronger mindset and to have a better, healthier body? And so look up some of his exercises. John Rahm has some really good ones out there. He even influenced me when I was making some of these. And like I said, one of my favorite ones was the Supermans and then the dead bugs with the golf club. And so then after that, we went into episode 7, which was working smarter, not harder. And that's such a difficult thing for people to do sometimes, but it's literally just being able to take your band each and every single day and work on lats, work on your back, work on those back muscles, right? Do this with your neck traction 10 times in the morning, 10 times at night, and see how well your body feels. It takes a little bit, 1% to get better every single day, and it's working smarter, not harder, and always remembering your nervous system is what controls your musculoskeletal system. So always work on your spine and your health and things like that. So now the next one that we went through was, this was a tough one. I remember this was the core. This was from P90X, one of my favorite individuals who help influence my workouts. And when we go through these, along with it, do your standing knee touch. Remember this one? This is my favorite core one, because if you do this every single day, I bet you by the end of summer, you can have a six-pack. I'm doing it while I'm talking right now, and I can feel my core being activated. I'm almost out of breath too. So the next one that we looked at was just last week, which was week 9, posture correction exercises. And this is where we used our wobble cushion. We used different stretching techniques. We used, if you guys remember, probably one of the best ones too, Brugger exercises. Take your band, elbows tight, pull up and out, work on posture here, and just really focus on your external rotators, because we live in internal rotation. Don't worry about that. We're going to do this every single day. And see how we're building on the exercises. We're building on everything that we've been able to learn through the past 9-10 weeks here. And then lastly, what I wanted to finish with is just everything that we have done this past year. And the biggest principle that I wanted to mention to you was the 1% principle. All right, so this is my mindset every single day. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the end of the year, by the time you're done. So I'm not asking you to do a lot. I want you just to get 1% better each and every single day. But if you don't, and you do that conversely, and you get 1% worse each day, by the end of the year, you might get to 0. So think about the small things that you can add to your daily routine, those atomic habits that you can influence your body, because I am honored to be a resource for you, but I want you guys to be the healthiest individuals that you can be. And like I said before, always go back. We have 2 seasons now of great information. And I just can't believe that season 10 or 10 weeks is going by like that. And as always, I am honored to be the fitness doc here in the clinic. And I want you guys to also be the fitness people of your life. So as always, as I'm signing off, Dr. Johnny, stay fit.